Brian Mulhern, Cat Country 98.1, sitting down with my good friend Nathan Clark, the best real estate agent in the business. Nathan, you and I have had a relationship for a few years now. I know what your system is like. The big question I have is, why doesn't everyone use you at this point?
Well, Brian, a lot of people do use us, but there are some misconceptions about how we operate that I think stop people from using us. And maybe these misconceptions come from our competitors or other agents. And what happens with that is that the sellers tend to end up using a less qualified or less successful agent.
Do you have any examples of that specifically?
Well, one reason you might choose a less successful or a less experienced agent is you feel that working with the Nathan Clark team, because we work with so many home sellers and have so many clients, that you won't be a priority, that maybe you feel that you'll be lost in the shuffle. And frankly, that's just what the solo agents want you to think. But really, let's focus on there's a big difference from getting more attention and getting the best possible results. And that's the point of all this, is to get your home sold fast for top dollar with the least amount of hassle.
Now, the crazy thing is you sell so many homes, but I know that you have just top-notch service and you're constantly communicating with these people. How do you juggle all that?
Well, that's easy. That's our unique team system. When you hire Nathan Clark, you get me and my entire team of professionals versus just one solo agent. And you get a primary agent that's assigned to you in the sale of your home. We're organized to efficiently and effectively handle a lot of home sales. And, our clients end up feeling that they're our only client involved with us. So, that's very important. There's no need to compromise or sacrifice having the best selling machine selling your property and at the same time getting VIP client service.
What are some of the most common mistakes you see people make when they're hiring an agent?
One of the biggest mistakes I see people do is hire a friend or relative in their business because they'll discount their commission. And, that's a very common thing I see out there, but it's a very slippery slope you start going down, hiring people just because they're willing to discount their commission, or you're related to them.
Do you have any specific examples of that?
Well, certainly. One of the biggest problems with hiring an agent that discounts their commission is just in business. That means they're going to have to discount some marketing on your property, which will take longer to sell your property and often a very big discount on the sale of the property or price. Also, an agent that discounts their commission to get their business really tells you a mind frame of how that agent operates, meaning they can't protect what they're going to get paid. How can you ever expect that agent now go out and protect your biggest financial sale, your home, and get you top dollar? Also, it speaks a lot about that agent's business. If the agent has to earn your business by discounting their commission, it tells you about their past clients, their referrals, and frankly, what their business looks like.
So the old adage is true. I say it all the time. You get what you pay for.
Well, I'd like to remind everybody listening right now that selling their home is one of the top financial decisions they'll make. And choosing an agent just because they're cheaper or less experienced, will relate to tens of thousands of dollars less in their pocket and more time on the market.
Now, I know what kind of guy you are. Tell us about your team.
My team is a Top Gun team of talented professionals who focus on customer service day in and day out. Frankly, it's unparalleled, not just Rhode Island, but all of North America. And what's great is when you hire my team, you get me and an entire team to sell your home fast and top dollar for the same price you pay for one solo agent. And I'm involved in the entire transaction. I oversee every transaction. I handle the marketing. I handle presenting the property to our team. And this gives our clients very good results. And there's no need to sacrifice or give up anything when you're hiring my team because we focus on you as the customer to get you top dollar. So I'm completely involved in the entire process, from the marketing of the property to presenting the property to our team. What happens when you hire us, you get an entire approach that's been engineered to give the client the best service to get their property sold fast and for top dollar.
How many times have you run into this? I have a buddy who is working with another agent who promised him a ridiculous price for his home that he was going to get for him. Of course, the thing is still on the market. I'm trying to convince him to come to you because we know about your system. How often do you run into that sort of thing?
Well, the listeners should understand that anybody can promise you anything. But really what your friend should do is look at the track record of that agent. And their track record is going to show how they keep up with their promises. We're more than happy to take up a 12-month history of all the transactions that we've had to compare our average listing sale price, or what the seller put the house in the market for, and what we got. And that's very important because that shows a track record. We have a really good track record. In fact, 99% of our houses sell between 95% and 105% of the asking price, which is better than anybody else in the state. And we're more than happy to put our track record and compare it to any other agent out there in Rhode Island.
So this takes some homework. You really have to objectively review these prices.
We monitor sales prices day in and day out, and certainly it does take a lot of work to know that. We set the prices on over 1,000 home sales every year, meeting with sellers and helping them establish their prices. So we're very talented with that, and I think our track record backs that up there. In short, looking at the track record really gives you a good idea of what you can get for it. But you can also say we're really the truth in pricing experts.
How about giving me some of the reasons why people choose to go with you?
Well, the first reason is speed. We're known to be able to sell homes fast. And I think you see that, Brian, all over town. But really, we have a record of being able to sell homes fast in hot markets and cold markets in every end of the state. The second biggest reason is sale price. We're going to sell your home not only fast, but for top dollar that the market will bear. And the third biggest reason people hire us is you get me and my entire team professionals to make sure every I is dotted, every T is crossed. And the fourth reason is it's a safe bet. My team and I, my family and I, have been selling real estate in Rhode Island since 1979. We have quite a lot of experience. In fact, we've been the #1 team in Rhode Island for the last 9 consecutive years. Working with my team, we've engineered a complete system to sell your home fast and for top dollar. And the clients we work with have a profound preference for working with the best agent, the most qualified agent, and the most experienced agent to handle their affairs.
And the one thing I never have to ask you whenever I see you, Nathan, is how's business? Because I do indeed see those signs all over the place, wherever I drive around. And the one thing that I know is they're not going to be there for long because that house is going to sell because of this awesome system that you have. If I were to sell my home, there's only one agent that I would choose, and that's my good buddy, Nathan Clark. Nathan, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Keep up the good work, man.
Thank you, Brian.